Every single month, Americans throw out enough recyclable bottles and jars to fill up a skyscraper the size of the Empire State Building. Not recycling has become a major issue in our country and across the globe. Every year, Americans use more and more plastic, and about 80% of recyclable materials are being thrown away and not recycled. At this rate, our planet will soon be in jeopardy. And why do we keep doing this to our planet when it's so easy to recycle and there are so many benefits? With a little knowledge about the rapidly growing landfills and the problems they cause, what can and cannot be recycled, and what else we can do to reduce the trash, we can all work together to make our planet a cleaner place to live. In the year 2007, 169 million tons of trash was thrown away, while only 85 million tons was recycled. At this rate, by the year 2060, the United States will produce about 1 billion tons of trash every single year. Trash that we do not recycle is all dumped into a landfill. Hopes for a landfill is that the trash we dump into it will decompose into the soil to leave room for more trash. The problem is, Americans produce more trash faster than they can decompose. How do we prevent this? The solution is simple. The less items we put into a landfill, the slower they will fill up. And the more items we keep out that decompose slowly, the slower they will fill up as well. Items like aluminum, plastic, and glass take a long time to decompose, which is good because they can all be recycled. Aluminum takes about 500 years to decompose, plastic about 400, and glass can take around 1,000,000 years. If we take out what we can recycle and leave only easily biodegradable items, such as an apple core, we will all be in much better shape. One of the biggest issues with recycling is wondering what you can and cannot recycle. Sometimes that can be confusing, and the confusion can lead to people recycling things that cannot be recycled and not recycling things that should have been. Throwing something in the recycling bin that should not be there doesn't really seem like such a big deal, but it can be. When at a recycling center, when something is found in a bin of recycling that does not belong there, instead of sorting through it all to find out what should and should not be there, they oftentimes just throw it all in the trash. So, knowing what you can and cannot recycle is very important. Everyone knows plastic, aluminum, paper, and cardboard can be recycled, so many people forget that things like electronics, such as computers, cameras, and iPods, mattresses, batteries, and even the aluminum wrappings on Hershey's Kisses can be recycled. Since something that should not be in a recycling bin can cause the whole batch to be thrown away, knowing what shouldn't be there is important as well. Things that should not be recycled, but often are pizza boxes, napkins, and paper towels. This is because items like grease and food can cause the normally recyclable materials to not be as easily made into clean paper. Also, wet paper should not be recycled because that is impossible to be recycled. Other things that should not be recycled are sticky notes because they're big adhesive, and staples and tape should be taken off of paper before being recycled. And the bottle caps on plastic bottles cannot be recycled in a regular community, but they can be collected and made into other products elsewhere. Now that we know the impact on the environment from our landfills and what we can and cannot recycle, we can all make a conscious effort to save the planet, one bottle, piece of paper, or tin can at a time. Though recycling is a great way to help our environment, there are other things we can do to prevent the trash we put out. Some things you can do is use reusable bottles, lunch boxes, and coffee mugs instead of using ones that usually get thrown away. You can use toothbrushes and razors where you can just replace the top instead of throwing away the whole thing every time, or you could use electric razors. Washable dishes instead of paper or styrofoam or plastic are much better to use because they can be washed instead of thrown in the trash. And things like glasses, clothes, toys, etc. can all be donated when you're done instead of throwing them away. Recent efforts in the United States has caused 32% of what used to be thrown away to be recycled, which is a start, but it's not all we can do. If everyone works together, we can more than double that number, reducing our landfills by a lot. We all know that some things can and cannot be recycled, and that landfills can cause a lot of problems, and there's other things that we can do to reduce the trash we put out. If we all work together to reduce, reuse, and recycle in our communities, together we can make the planet a better place to live.